What's going on, everyone? My name is Iceman. Good evening. Um, welcome back to Falcon 4.0 Allied Force. We are on the last mission of Chapter 2, I think. With turns, learning to control the aircraft, learning to turn. We're in the last mission of Chapter 2, which is Mission 8. Low Speed, Over-the-Top Maneuver, and Departures. So, in other words, this is learning about stalls, regular stalls. I'm sure it's regular stalls. Well, technically we learned about regular stalls in, I believe it was the basic handling, where we had the stall warning horn and, move the stick to the left or right to roll the aircraft inverted. And, that was basically recovering from a stall. The heart maneuvers, the horn awareness recovery training. That was stalls, basic stalls. In this, we're going to do departures, or departure stalls, or deep stalls. Very, very dangerous. So mission 8. Low speed over the top maneuver and departures. This is what it looks like as an example, kind of. Okay, so in this mission, you'll practice maneuvering the jet in a vertical at low airspeed. To maneuver a jet, you need airspeed, or any plane in reality. Low speed maneuvering against an enemy aircraft in the vertical is a critical combat skill that is difficult to master. Maneuvering in the vertical at low speed is very different than at high speed, because your F-16 might deep stall. A deep stall is a condition, or a departure stall, is a condition in which the F-16's nose gets hung up and you're essentially out of control. That's a good way of putting it, actually. Figure 8-1 displays a conventional aircraft. Actually, before I continue, if you want more information about deep stalls and exactly what happens and stuff like that, watch my video for DCS World, getting out of departure stalls, advanced stall recovery or something like that. It's on my channel, advanced stall recoveries in the F-16 CM, for DCS World. Just look up that video and I go into the theory and the application of it in detail. Figure 8-1 displays a conventional aircraft with its center of gravity and center of lift. So figure 8-1 here. Without getting into the math on this stuff, this aircraft is stable because the center of lift is aft of the center of gravity. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the F-16, as you might think, is not a stable airframe. So this aircraft is stable, but the F-16 is not stable. Such a design is stable because if the aircraft is maneuvered or encounters a condition that takes it out of a steady state flight condition, the aircraft has a tendency to recover back to that steady state condition. So from what I'm so basically what that means is the center of gravity is here, the lift is here, because the wings are here, right? So basically what that means is if this plane gets into a stall, the center of gravity, the engine making the most weight and everything, is going to often automatically bring the nose down toward the ground, in a stall, in a regular stall, because there's really no way of getting into a deep stall with this, because the nose is so heavy because the engine's right here. Okay. The F-16, the center of gravity is back because the engine is back behind the cockpit, so it's kind of reversed. Well, we'll see, but in condition that takes out of a steady state flight condition, the aircraft is to recover back to the steady state condition. The F-16 has what is called relaxed static stability. In other words, it is designed to be very close to being unstable. Instability is desirable in fighters because the less stable an aircraft is, the more maneuverable it is. Relaxed static stability means simply that if the jet is maneuvered or encounters conditions turn this off, that take it out of steady state flight, then it may not recover back to the steady state condition very easily. The F-16's flickus or FOCS, or Flight Control System, pronounced flickus, there you go, keeps the jet from going out of control by placing limits on what the flight controls will let the pilot do, because it's a fly-by-wire system, meaning everything is controlled by a computer. Or everything is controlled and approved by a computer, let me put it that way. Sometimes, especially at slow speeds, the FOCS will not allow certain control inputs that are commanded by the pilot. The FOCS works well as long as the pilot only, quote, assaults one limiter at a time. That is, commands a control input that requires the limiter in a given axis to do its job and prevent further movement of a specific flight control. So basically what this is saying is, if you like, it does a good job limiting if you like assault, roll and only roll, or elevator and only elevator, or let's just say pitch and only pitch. The F-16 moves through the air along 3 axes of movement: pitch, roll, and yaw. Pitch is moving around the horizontal axis of the aircraft. You experience it as the nose moving up and down. Roll is moving along the long axis of the aircraft. You can call this the longitudinal axis of the aircraft. You experience a roll by seeing the horizon in front of you. Yaw is movement around the vertical axis of the aircraft. You experience it as the nose moving left and right from your point of reference as the pilot. Let's see. Yeah, so figure 8-2. So basically, yaw is left and right twisting. Pitch is up and down. Roll is rolling, banking. The bottom line on the F-16 is that the FOCS only works well in limiting the flight controls and preventing trouble of one axis at a time. If 2 limiters are assaulted at the same time, the result can be like a carnival ride. When you put a fighter out of control, it is called a departure. To keep from departing the aircraft, you must be smooth at slow speed and watch what you do with the stick. Recall that in the very first training mission we flew a HART maneuver, or horn awareness recovery training, if I'm remembering that correctly, maneuver, and that the F-16's low speed warning horn comes on as a function of pitch and airspeed, nose high pitch and slow airspeed. Once you hear the horn, you are in danger of departing the F-16 if you are not careful with the controls. If you do jerk the jet around, you may depart. Once the aircraft is departed, one of 3 things will happen. The jet will self-recover, that's the best case scenario. It will end up in an upright deep stall. It will either self-recover, so the flickus will fix itself, or fix the jet, the condition. It will end up in an upright deep stall, so like this, so an upright deep stall doing a deep stall, or it would end up in an inverted deep stall, and they can be spinning as well. In the F-16, you will find yourself in a deep stall most of the time. A deep stall is a condition of flight in which the pilot is no longer able to move the jet's control surfaces, and part of this is because of the flickus. Because the flight control computer is trying to fix the issue, but it can't, and it takes control from the pilot, and yeah, it's bad. In a departure, the FOCS acts like HAL, the computer from the movie 2001, takes control of the aircraft and shuts you out of the control loop. Very dangerous. Unfortunately, the FOCS does not do anything very useful for you. In a deep stall, the jet will fall toward the ground like a leaf, with the nose bobbing up and down with the angle of attack pegged or kept at 30 degrees. If you are lucky enough to be in an upright deep stall, the FOCS will at least zero out your yaw rate and you will not be spinning. In the inverted deep stall, however, the FOCS won't do diddly. In an inverted deep stall, the AOA will be pegged at -5 degrees and the jet will be spinning. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so I didn't know that. So I thought that you could be in an upright spinning deep stall. I guess it can happen if the flickus kind of screws up with the yaw limiter. So that would be the only way that would happen. So in theory it can happen, but will it happen? Maybe. But yeah, I didn't realize that in inverted deep store it's pretty much always spinning. I didn't know that. Okay, so you learn something new every day, I guess. So inverted deep store with spinning, and that's a lot worse. This training mission will teach the correct techniques for slow speed flying in the vertical. It will also give you the correct steps to recover from both upright and inverted deep stalls. Training mission overview. Practice slow speed over the top maneuvers. Initial conditions. Airspeed 300 knots. Altitude 20,000 feet mean sea level. Throttle setting mid-range. Configuration clean. Mission description. This maneuver shows the capability of the aircraft to maneuver in the vertical, even when starting at slow speeds. Getting the jet in the vertical at slow speeds requires finesse. Just pulling the jet straight up and down toward the horizon is not difficult. But be careful when doing a pirouette at a slow speed. To execute the basic maneuver, step 1, load training mission 08, low speed over the top from the training section. Step 2, press F to record your flight using the Acme feature. Step 3, from the starting entry conditions, start a wings level 4G pull. Step 4, place the throttle in full afterburner. Step 5, continue the pull all the way over the top, through the vertical and back to 10 degrees above the horizon as shown in figure 8-3. Here. Maximum G at the top is just over 1 G. Step 6, ease up on the G. The view should look like figure 8-4. So here. Step 7, now roll back upright to level flight and note your airspeed and altitude. You should be at approximately 27 to 28,000 feet and 100 to 200 knots. The aircraft would be very difficult to control in both roll and pitch. This lack of control authority can be attributed directly to your slow airspeed. Contrast this with the previous training mission in which you reached the same spot with 100 knots more airspeed. Okay, figure 8-4. Next you will practice doing a pirouette. This maneuver is difficult to perform at slow speed but can be accomplished with some practice. To perform a pirouette doing this over-the-top maneuver, follow these steps. Step 1. From the starting entry conditions, so basically this here is just doing like a low speed over-the-top maneuver and successfully doing it without, screwing up and getting to a deep stall. This is where you can screw up. Well, this is doing a pirouette, when you're doing this is doing a pirouette successfully at slow speed. So next we practice doing a pirouette. This maneuver is difficult to perform at slow speed, but can be accomplished with some practice. To perform a pirouette doing this over-the-top maneuver, follow these steps. Step 1. From the starting entry conditions, start a wings level 4G pull. Aircraft going straight up. Step 2. Place the throttle on full afterburner. Step 3. Continue the pull all the way over the top, but stop when you're going straight up. Figure 8-5 shows this position, with the jet going straight up 90 degrees from the horizon. Okay? So, here. Aircraft going straight up. Step 4. Once the aircraft is established at 90 degrees, relax backstick pressure and then roll the jet 90 degrees. Be sure not to roll and pull at the same time. Step 5. When you've established your wings in the desired plane, start a pull toward the horizon. Figure 8-6 shows the pirouette. Pirouette roll of 90 degrees. Figure 8-6. Pirouette roll 90 degrees. Okay? Step 6. The maneuver should end with the jet heading 90 degrees from the original heading at this new higher altitude. Press F to stop the Acme recording. Step 7. Step 8. Press escape and then select end mission to end the training mission. Practice this maneuver until you can comfortably pirouette the jet in the vertical after starting at a slow speed. Now, deep stalls. The fun shit. Well, not fun because it's super dangerous. What happens if you ham-fist yourself into a departure in a deep stall? This section will tell you how to recover from a deep stall, but first a little background on the procedures. It is standard practice for an F-16 pilot to fill out a CAP, or Critical Action Procedures sheet, once a month. There are several emergencies that require F-16 pilots to quickly perform memorized steps. To keep these steps fresh, they have to be written down from memory every month. The deep stall is one of these critical emergencies. What follows is based on the actual F-16 CAP. Okay, so you can get out of a deep stall, but first let's consider how you get yourself into one. Your deep stall, when you get your jet slow, nose high, and you assault the flight control limiters. First, get the nose of the jet up to the 70 to 90 degree and pull the power back to idle. Next, wait for the slow speed warning horn. When it comes on, pull back hard on the stick while rolling the jet as fast as possible. Well, I didn't know that can get you into a deep stall. I knew that pulling back on the stick can do it, but you must perform this maneuver quickly to get the jet to depart controlled flight and enter a deep stall. You are in a deep stall when you feel like the jet is fluttering like a leaf but falling like a brick. If you cannot control the jet and keep asking yourself what's going on, you are in a deep stall. Yeah. If you have confirmed that you are in a deep stall, loss of pitch and roll control and angle of attack pegged at 30 degrees in an upright or -5 degree negative when inverted, execute the following procedures. Controls. So step 1, controls. Release. In this step, all you do is release the controls. In other words, take your hands off the joystick. By doing this, you give your jet the best chance to self-recover. This does not mean that you should release the controls when you hear the horn, but it does mean that when you see the AOA pegged and that the nose of the jet is no longer tracking, release the controls. Step 2, throttle, idle. This step is pretty easy. Use the throttle or press Shift- to bring the throttle back to idle. If the jet is inverted, step 3, rudder. Opposite your direction. If you're on, oh, I thought it was in the same direction. I thought it was in the same direction. If that's the case, then I screwed up my advanced stall recovery procedure video where it's like you have to do it in the same direction if you're inverted. Oh shit. If I am incorrect there, I'm sorry guys. I honestly did not remember. I'd never read the manual. But I did it based on what I thought the physics would do, but I guess I was wrong, so I'm sorry. If you're in an upright deep stall, we can skip opposite your direction. If you're in an upright deep stall, you can skip the step since the FSCS will automatically dampen your yaw rate. If you are inverted though, you have to arrest your yaw rate by stepping on the rudder that is opposite to your yaw or spin direction. If you are yawing left, step on the right rudder or press that key. Step 4. MPO switch, manual pitch override switch. Override. The MPO or manual pitch override switch must be engaged in order to override the FSCS and gain control of the aircraft flight controls. To engage the MPO, press O. Use the MPO switch to get into override mode. Step 5. Stick. Cycle in phase. This is the critical part of the procedure, because you have to put your hands back on the joystick and fly the aircraft out of trouble. You must get in phase with the pitch bobbing, oscillation of the nose, and rock the jet out of the deep stall. Pull back on the stick, or push if you're inverted, until the nose comes up. The nose will come up momentarily and then start back down again. As soon as the nose starts to fall towards the horizon, get in phase with the aircraft and push, or pull if you're inverted, to bring the nose down to the ground. The nose will no doubt rise again, and you have to repeat the process at least one more time. Do not push and pull on the stick. This will not get you out of a deep stall. You must get in phase with the jet. If you push or pull on the nose down toward the horizon and the nose stays low, do not pull the nose back up. You know you've recovered from a deep stall when the nose stays down. When this occurs, hold it down until you get to 200 knots. At 200 knots, start a gentle pull out. If you are recovering from an inverted deep stall, do not roll upright and pull until you get to 200 knots. Be aware that you can lose a lot of altitude during this recovery, so practice with sufficient clearance. Acme debrief. Select Acme from the main menu on the left. Review the mission you just flew by clicking on the last tape in the list and then clicking the load button. After your Acme tape loads, try the following Acme options settings. Camera, isometric. Labels, name, airspeed and altitude selected. Altitude pause. Ring trails maximum. Vehicle magnification times 8. Use the view controls to view the plane from a side view. Alright. So that's everything for deep stores and departures. So the first thing we're going to do is the regular stuff, the basic stuff. So we're going to do low speed over the top. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the over the top and then just, yeah, we're going to do this first. So we're going to do the low speed over the top, and then we're going to do a low speed pirouette, and then after that we're going to do, I'm going to try to do a regular upright deep stall first, and then an inverted deep stall, and try to get out of it, okay? So that's what I'm going to try to do. Alright, let's just check this real quick. Alright, we're good. Training. So, low speed over top, number 8. So that's what we're doing here. Load out airspeed, G load and altitude affect the handling of your jet. Alright, let's do it. This is going to be interesting. I want to test something real quick though. I want to see the yaw damping real quick. See how it is. I want to test it. Because it doesn't make sense that you have to do it in the opposite direction. See, because if you do this, you go to the left, right? Go to the left. But if you're here, you go to the right. So it doesn't really make sense. Fucking hell. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, so I'm gonna go low speed over the top. Pull back, 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 back. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Did it. Let's go back down a little bit. Get some airspeed. So that was the low speed over the top. So we did it. Let me do it one more time, but for a side view. Let's go back to 350 and do it again. Alright, let's do it. Pointing all the way back. And then roll. Not bad. Hey, about the same amount. That wasn't bad at all. Alright, so now I'm going to do a pirouette. I'm not going to bother doing it from the side view because I'm not sure how to do it, to be honest. Try to get up here and do a slow speed pirouette. This is going to be super fucking dangerous. Slow speed pirouette. Oh god, I don't know. I might get into a deep stall doing this. Alright. Well, actually, let's get lower. Let's get to 20,000. Okay. It's gonna take for. Oh god, it's gonna take forever to. Let's go to 360 north. It's gonna be hard, but let's do it. All right, up. I do it. 360 to... no, not really. But I did the best I could. Let's try one more time. Yeah, let's get low. Alright, here we go. Pirouette to the right. There we go. There we go. There's the pirouette. I did it. For the most part. Because I looked at the HSI and I did it for the most part. Kind of flipped. So I'm pretty good there. Alright, so that's good. I'm chuffed with that. So let's do the deep stall. Let's do one heart maneuver. So I'll show you real quick. Just to do one heart maneuver. So this is just a regular stall. If you get regular stall in the F-16, this is what you do. So you go up, total idle. Let's do that. There we go. I probably botched it a little bit, like the actual procedure or maneuver, but it's something like that. So you see that horn, you roll the wings and get your nose pointing down to the ground and recover that way. And then you slowly pull back on the stick to raise. Or to raise your nose back to the horizon and recover appropriately. By the way, I don't remember if I showed this or not, but the heart maneuver, let's do the heart maneuver real quick, externally. So just do this. Wait for the stall horn to come on. When it does, roll the jet and pull back on the stick like this. Although this could get into a deep stall, get some power. There you go. Let me try that one more time to make it a little bit more, like, practical. So it's less sloppy. Let me try that again. So there we go. So if you get it, just roll the wings. Like that. Dip that nose. And get out. Let me do one more just for fun. So up. Leave it there. Jet. Sideways like this. Pull back. Some power. And you got out of it. This would be the hot maneuver. Something like that. Right, so now for a deep stall. I'm gonna try to do one that's upright. Try to do one that's upright. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hold on, idle. Yank the stick. Like that. Oh no, not an inverted one, please. Oh god. Oh no, got out of it. I got out of it. See how the airspeed's going up? I did not get into one doing that. Try again. Get back on the stick again. There we go, this will get me into one. Right here, this will get me into one. See, look, I'm like 6... Oh god. Yep, deep stall. Oh, please don't be... You see it just bob? Oh, no, I'm out. I'm out of a deep stall. You see how the jet just like... That was so scripted. That was scripted as fuck. Did you see that shit? That was funny. Like, the jet just, like, jerked. It's not supposed to do that. Like, that's not how it works. This game's so old. Love it. Right, so let's do it again. 70. Right, yank back, like that. Watch, it'll jerk again. No, got out of it again. Fuck. I can't get into a departure. It's so hard to get into a departure right now. Try if I do this. No, that's not gonna work. But alright, let's I'm losing a lot of altitude doing this. I'll do one more, and then if I can't do it, then I will restart the mission. I need fuel anyway. There we go. Here's going to be a deep stall. Right here. Yep, there's one. No, not inverted. Roll the wings, not inverted. Oh, what the fuck is this? Oh. Alright, let me restart the mission. Alright, let's do it. You ready? Departure stall, here we go. Go up. Yank. There we go. This will do it. Oh god, this is probably inverted. Try to roll the wings back. I'm literally trying to get myself into one. It's so hard. Oh, there we go. Is that a departure? No, it's not. Fuck. So hard to get into one, guys. I'll do some departure stores. Let's see if I can show you one where it doesn't work. So let's go back up. Alright, so idle. Alright, yank like that. There you go. There's a departure probably. You watch, I'll probably get it this time. No, that's not the departure. It almost did though. Hold on, let me fix that camera. There we go. I almost got into a departure there. We can see that's what happens when you don't get into one. Alright, so back up. I'll try to use a little rudder this time. Try to get myself into one. Oh, there we go. See how the jet jerked? Oh, there we go. Oh no, I'm back in it. Fuck. I can't even get into one. This is quite funny actually. It should be so much easier to get into one. Try to push forward a little bit. Try to depart here. I can't do it for whatever reason. I guess I'm so used to not getting into one that like I can't force one. This is funny as hell. Let me try from 90. There we go. Roll back. This will probably be inverted or something. I don't know. Oh. Oh. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Deep stall. Alright, see how it's bobbing up and down? Upward to deep stall. See that? That's bobbing up and down. Now don't go full afterburner because you're not going to do anything. Look how I'm dropping like a rock. See, afterburner's not going to do anything. Oh. Well. Usually that doesn't work. Usually going full afterburner doesn't do jack shit. Usually you have to use manual pitch override and stuff. Let me try to do that again. Although I lost a lot of fucking altitude doing that. Go full burn, just get some altitude here. And then when I'm ready, I'm gonna... Oops. Alright. From the 90. There we go. Damn it. Got me out of it. Well, that was a deep stall there. Usually going full afterburner like that is not going to do anything. It'll just make it worse. But this game's old, so something like that might work. Well, it obviously did work. Alright, let me restart. Let's try this again. Alright, so up. Okay. Okay, yank. This'll do it. This'll do it right here. Hopefully it's upright. So I don't want to have to deal with a inverted right now. Yep, there we go. Deep stall, upright. See that? I'm gonna bob any second here. See how I'm bobbing up and down? And I'm just falling like a rock. This is a deep stall. And I can't really do anything because of the flight controls. See? I'm just stuck. See it? And so what I have to do is go to the manual pitch override. Flip that. And now bob up and down. So just bobbing up, pull back. Just bobbing down, push forward. Just bobbing up, pull back. Just bobbing down, push forward. And try to roll the jet if you can. There we go. There we go. Now, jet, try to roll the jet, because then those will automatically drop, and there you go. Now you're 200, so now you can give it some power, and safely get out. Just like that. And then flip, manual pitch override. Back to normal. And look at that, we lost a lot of altitude. That's how you get out of it, upright one. So, yep, that's how you do that. I didn't know that for the longest time, but... Alright, let's try to do this externally. That's some speed. Power. Back on that stick and just do that. With some rudder if you want. Now it is departed. No, it's not a depart. Damn it. I got out of it. Full guns so. Into a departure here. There you go. There's a departure. Upright, please. Yep. Upright, please. 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 Please upright. There we go. There we go. Now it's bobbing. See? Yep. Upright deep stall. So no amount of flickus movements will work. We're all pitched, whether nothing will really work. See, I'm doing all this stuff on the stick. It's not really going to work. So I have to go to manual pitch override. Flip that. Now as the jet bobs up, I'm going to pull back on the stick. So up, yank back. Down, push forward as hard as you can. And try to roll if you can. Hey, I did it first try. There you go. Give it some power.
Altitude.
Slowly pull back on the stick. Like that. And then go in. Oops. Go in and do that. So that's how you do upright deep stalls. I get out of upright deep stalls. So now I'm going to restart the mission and do try to get into an inverted one. Show you how to get out of that. Alright guys, I haven't been able to get, so I've tried for like over an hour to get into a single inverted deep stall and I just can't do it. I don't know how the hell you can get into an inverted deep stall in this game. So I will get into a regular deep stall one more time and show you how to get out of that. So yank. Yep, so that's a regular deep stall. Yep, there you go. That's a regular deep stall. So, yep, don't worry about the throttle, just any pitch override. Down, up, try to roll if you can. Down, try to roll it, there you go, just like that. Any pitch override off. You pass 200 knots, give it some slight power and slowly pull back on the stick. That's how you do it. So, yep, that's all for this part, guys. Sorry I couldn't get into inverted deep stall. I just can't. I don't know how to do it. I can't. I've tried everything. Everything I think of. I even tried, like, hacking the jet by turning on minor pitch override, trying getting into it that way. But, no. I just can't do it. I don't know how you would invoke a spin. Like, if I try... It just goes to a upright. So yeah, there's really not much I can do about that. So yep, that's all for this part, guys. If you'd like to smash like the button like a badass, leave a comment. I'll see you guys next time. Farewell.